It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. So good to have you on board with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, in this league, you know it, you lived it. Undergoing a changing of the guard at the quarterback position sometimes can be traumatic, but a lot of times it leads to hope. And we've got a couple of teams here with young signal callers looking towards the future.
And you know the old saying, Mike, in the NFL, it is truer than ever. If you have a quarterback, you have a chance. And here we have two teams that feel like they have that quarterback position of the future settled. There's going to be some growing pains. There's going to be some moments where that youth rears its head. But over the long term, both these organizations feel like they have an answer at the most critical position in all of sports.
Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one, and that will lead to a second down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one on target to Olave. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback, but the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. The tight end Moreau is in motion. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Commanders' offense ready to get going with their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. A pass complete to Noah Brown. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniel. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
They just don't have an answer right now offensively for this guy. I mean, he has completely taken over this drive, and barring some sort of adjustment offensively, I think he could take over the rest of this game.
Here's Tress Way now. He'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. Man. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
He'll look to throw. His pass taken in by Shough. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. The tight end Moreau is in motion. He's got his man. That's Olave. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Back to the air again on second and 10. This one is caught by Moreau.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Here's third and 2. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Saints.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. It's up and through. The Saints will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Austin Eckler now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. 17 yards that time to number 17.
Every staff in the league that understands that we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted. The ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now, Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. The Saints out on top. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now from the gun. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll try and run for this with Kamara. A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
In today's game, Mike, we're so used to seeing everyone go for quarterback sneak in this situation. 3rd and inches, just let your quarterback kind of barrel forward and get a fresh set of downs. But a nice change up here, giving the ball to your back. Not only does he pick up the 1st down, but he gets plenty of yards after that.
Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, two things need to happen. One, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Third and 5. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught at the 3. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The tight end Moreau is in motion. Kamara going to try to pull his way in, and he will fight his way to the end zone. Alvin Kamara, touchdown New Orleans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints move out on top, 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Eckler on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Looking to Samuel on the out route. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. The tight end Ertz in motion. On the give, it's Robinson. It's a short pickup, taking this to the 49. Pete Werner there to make the tackle. Third and a yard. The tight end Ertz in motion. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the drive will continue. Good run down to the 44 and a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Up until that run, this 1st half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
1st and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Throw right side to Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's into space past the 25. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line and in. Shough. Touchdown, Saints.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Groupie now for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints move out to a 21-3 advantage. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Daniels. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Got a man, it's that rookie 3rd-round pick. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, They are coming after your quarterback, so the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders are back within 2 scores.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our halftime report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This throw left side taken in by Johnson. Second down and 3. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10. He'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. It's second down. They'll look to throw. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. On third down, it's Robinson. And they've got it. Gonna pick up the first down there. Right around midfield.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this third and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Robinson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he'll work forward for a yard, but that's all he needed. This is going to be a first down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On first down, Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
On play action, Daniels. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Shough in motion. On third down, here's a run by Kamara. The Saints lining up in punt formation. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Daniels now going to look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
3rd and short, and it's Daniels. Has his man, it's Samuel. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Open space, and it's McLaurin. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open. Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders are back within 1 score. It is an 8-point game. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Shough. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The tight end, Moreau, is in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Kamara. And he'll get this close to the first down. It's a pickup of 4, but it still leaves 3rd and short. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he is going to have the Saints first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Back to throw. His pass taken in by Shough. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up.
Get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
The tight end Moreau is in motion. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Alvin Kamara, touchdown New Orleans. He had the touchdown run earlier, now add a TD reception. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Throwing now, Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. To the outside, catch made by Brown. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. First down, Washington.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On second down, it's Daniels. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Throwing again, Daniels. That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the fourth quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's first.
It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Saints offense ready to take over possession of the football. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On the give, this is Kamara, and he'll get about 5. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he is going to have the Saints first down. They needed 2 and gained 6. Now a give running left with Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. Kamara got a first down, still going. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They proved much the best in this one. They get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from just outside our nation's capital.